This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa,
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, the Cleveland Clinic, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
I leave them with the brown. The work goes for so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. Of all they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them work to slap them in them face. Why are yes, you and your crew can go too well. Cause after we know under you colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you come tell. Hey, and all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray. Wait on your journey wrong. Me burn a fire pan a weekend, Babylon and them fitter coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with a frown. Me burn a fire pan a weekend, Babylon and them fitter coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with a frown. See ya, get to youth me, I beg you be wise. Cause pirates and we strike by night. I want to come trick you with them black and white.
Oh, we're back at ya. Right here on Talking Heads, the Monday, December 2nd edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. It is Monday, so you know we will be going to Abaco in short order when we get into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes on the flip side of the break. But like I said, we are here. It is Monday. A new week. Hope you had a great weekend, but you know, another day, another dollar. Bills got to pay. Christmas almost reached. So with that being said, we're going to open up the lines, chop it up with Roscoe Thompson, and if you want to chime in, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free, and anyone in the family island is 242-300-5720. 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969. BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh new smart talk all day. Right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Now, you know, we'll be talking all things Abaco with Roscoe, but Roscoe and I like to chop it up on all things Bahamian, too. All things Bahamas. And with that being said, I gander at the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views of Matter since 1844. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Listen. Fine Threads getting you ready for Christmas. Log on, finethreads.com. Some great information is right there. Big things popping. You know, they got the 12 days of Christmas leading up to Christmas. We always break it down for you. All right? So be sure to log on, finethreads.com. Check out the shopping hours. Checking out the merchandise. You can do your shopping online ahead of time. Arrange for pickup. Be sure to check them out, finethreads.com. And don't forget both locations, Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza location available for you Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right. Culture of corruption. COP announces reforms to restore trust in Royal Bahamas Police Force. Story by Kindia Dames. Acknowledging a culture of corruption within the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda last night announced a framework to rebuild the organization targeting fair trust. This culture of corruption that has infiltrated the Royal Bahamas Police Force did not happen overnight, But from today, we will redouble our efforts to stamp it out, said Fernando, in a national statement that came almost a week after the unsealing of a U.S. indictment charging 3 law enforcement officers and 8 other Bahamians with conspiracy to import cocaine into the United States, possession and use of firearms, and firearms conspiracy. Dealing with police wrongdoing is complex and will require both a new legislative framework and operational changes. As commissioner, I believe these are the crucial steps needed to restore this institution's integrity and to rebuild the trust with the public that is so essential. Sounds very good, Mr. Chief of Police. Sounds good. Can you do it? Pintard, story by Travis Cartwright Carroll. Opposition leader Michael Pintard said yesterday that Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis should move to immediately cause for a commission of inquiry to be appointed to investigate the allegations of corruption in law enforcement. Pintard also renewed his calls for Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez and Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe to resign or be fired. Let's see if those cries fall on deaf ears or not. Police force is not systematically corrupt, Mitchell says. And there it is. At some point, we know the chairman of the PLP was going to sound off. 3 to 5 minute voice note. And, oh, God. Story by Tanika Thompson. While he stressed that it is the Davis administration's job to weed out bad actors in law enforcement, Minister of Foreign Affairs Friday that he does not believe there is a systemic corruption within the Royal Bahamas police force. Mitchell's comment came days after an unsealed U.S. indictment revealed that his 11 Bahamians, including a senior police officer, a police sergeant, and a defense force officer, 2 Colombians, were charged with conspiracy to import cocaine in the United States, possession and use of firearms, and firearms conspiracy. That on the heels of other heinous allegations against, but we do not have systematically corrupt police force. All right. When can I call BS or now, Mr. Producer? Can I do it now? I gotta wait. BS called. 2 shot dead, another injured in Pinewood. Isn't that a repetitive headline? 2 shot dead, another injured in Pinewood. I swear I've read that exact headline before. 2 men were killed and a 3rd man was injured during a shooting incident in Pinewood Gardens. On Saturday, police said. Police were alerted to the shooting by ShotSpotter technology after 10 p.m. Officers responded to Plain Street off Willow Street Avenue and found 2 unresponsive men at a residence, one in the front yard and another in the backyard, both suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. 3rd shooting victim arrived at a hospital with injuries. At last report, he was in stable condition, police said. And that's just the front page. Anyway, we got to get to the first break. Flip side of the first break, we'll be getting into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. We'll be going live to Abaco, checking in with Roscoe. Before I get there, don't forget, KFC got big things popping. Yeah, you got the pumpkin dessert biscuit. Satisfy your sweet craving while you're at KFC. You know the chicken is finger licking, but boy, let me tell you, the desserts are off the chain too. 4 dessert biscuits, only $5. Be sure to check them out at your favorite KFC Nassau location. Quick break, flip side of the break, the buzz, brought to you by John Shoes. Coming up, don't touch it.
I leave them with the brown. The work goes by so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. Of all they stole away, how many life them slain. Now them work to slap them in them face. Why are you? You and your crew can go too well. Cause after we know under you colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer, and time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, life-saving innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic. Your destination for care, for every care in the world. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John Shoes.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, well. People on fire, but we got Babylon and the free talk. Could have never give me that to use me and abuse me. I leave them with the friend. Me burn a fire, pan a week at Babylon and the free talk. Could I never get me down? I know they try to use me and abuse me. I leave them with the friend. The work goes for so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. Or gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them works and slap them in.
We're back at you on the Monday, December 2nd edition of Talking Heads, and we're into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. Don't forget, John's got the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway, December 2nd through the 14th. You got some fantabulous prizes: air fryers, portable power banks, Bath and Body Work gift sets, John's gift cards. You got a lucky spin the wheel on December 6th. That day you spin that wheel, you know you could do, woo, the wheel is loaded. Cuisinart stand mixer, Stanley Cups, Beats AirPods, Super Value gift card, Samsung 11-inch tablet, BPL voucher. Thank you, John. Because anybody will take a BPL voucher right now. Because BPL don't play. And then the grand giveaway on the 14th of December, cash giveaway. So there you go. Big up to John's. Both locations doing big things for you. Be sure to check them out all Christmas season long. John's Plaza Carmichael and the flagship store over there on Rosetta today. And remember, John, serving you is a pleasure. Both locations available for you 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. All right. Let's get down to Abaco. Roscoe Thompson. How art thou, Roscoe?
Right here, Naughty. Good afternoon, Bahamas. How's everybody? How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I mean, Cowboys winning for no reason, but hey, it's all good. It could be worse.
At least you got something to cheer about. My Dolphins ain't doing too hard.
Yeah, you all on Fuego. You all done 1-4 straight. You all 6-6. You all making noise.
No, man, we lost to Green Bay talking foolish.
Oh, that's right. You know that you came back to earth. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
And every time I pick you all to win, you all do food, do hee-haw. Speaking of doing food and doing hee-haw, what is this I see coming out of Abaco? As far as the barge still on the rocks, Roscoe?
Still there. You know,
my
that point,
God.
What I've seen, it to move it now, it looks like it's going to take some demolition. It won't be able to move by raising because it's ripped, it's damaged. And it's also done a lot of damage to the reef.
I'm looking at pictures, and the reef damage is ridiculous. And there's still debris, all along the reef, along the seafloor, along the seabed. And the barge hasn't been removed.
Nope. no, very, very sad.
And again, this barge, by the way, the two pics that they sent, whoever took the pictures of Scoot Fish and the brain coral, impressive. I like them. But yeah, the whole hull is down. The prop is bent, obviously. The reef took care of that. And look at this. It's not going anywhere, Roscoe, and it's rusting.
Nope. It's just washing further up on the reef and doing more damage. That's all. It's a shame, and it's a shame that the government's waited this long and still hasn't addressed it, no matter if the private company had insurance or not, it should have been dealt with. And, we've seen that. We've seen that with this administration and a lot of things, from.
How long has that been? 8 months, Roscoe?
Yeah.
8 months we've been talking about this barge on the reef. Those responsible for it being on the reef, gone, long time. Because nobody's come back to clean it up or repair it. All of that diesel seeped out into the water.
Yeah, and they should have done something about it when it first went down and, took the bite, got the sand off, and tried to get it to float at least at that time before it did, before it washed up into shallower water and on the reef more. So
I'm hearing that the barge is firmly planted, like you said, on the ground.
Yeah.
It won't move.
No.
And as far as the towboat, it's dug its hole in the sand over time. So that's not going anywhere. Now, another question for you, Roscoe. What is this? What is it doing to the environment in regards to the reef down there in Abaco? And then don't forget, climate change and taking care of the environment was supposed to be the focus of this administration, correct?
Yeah.
How ironic, eh?
Their focus is. It reminds me of the 80s. It's not. They aren't taking us into 2025, 2026. It's 20 steps back with this administration. But in regards to that, the damage is there. The damage is done. We don't know what other environmental stuff will happen. Was all the fuel moved out of the boat? Will the oil leak out of the engines? Have they leaked out? It's just an eyesore. It's an environmental hazard, and it's got to be dealt with and taken care of.
No, Roscoe, but that's our point. How long have we been crying for it to be taken care of?
Well, like you
and
said,
now we get reports, and we get reports and more reports, and now look, not to mention, and not to cut you off, hold that thought, not to mention the countless TikTok videos of American TikTokers. Oh, we're diving this reef today, and the reefs are really damaged in the Bahamas anyway, but look at this barge on top of the reef. Like, negative reports. Our reefs are great, but this one is being damaged. Yeah, I give you that. But we're getting the administration doesn't really know what's going on when it comes to that. Or is it conveniently not knowing what's going on, considering who the barge is connected to?
Well, I can't answer. I don't know, but it's just like the sunken boat down at Sandy Point that went off down with all that stuff. It's just like the oil spills, the diesel leak. That all falls under one minister, and he's yet to give us a detailed report or what their plans are in regards to all the above mentioned. And it's frustrating because it might not be affecting Nassau, but it's affecting Abaco, and it's affecting our environment.
All things considered, Abaco's still doing what Abaco needs to do, obviously, though, right?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Abaco's growing. We have some issues out at the airport. I had a video sent to me yesterday of weeds and stuff growing out of the gutters. Issues with the AC still out there. And it's totally unacceptable, Nordy. It's ridiculous.
Now, am I mistaken, Roscoe? Because I'm in total agreement with of the ridiculosity of our out island airports. But wasn't there some money allocated for out island airports to all be expanded and developed? And I saw some contracts signed, one for Long Island and one for Exuma, possibly. I stand to be corrected, but I know there was some family islands.
What did that include, Abaco? I mean, were there to finally repair the guttering? You know, I'll send you a picture of it so you could see, but you got weeds growing out of the guttering and the water can't even go down the downspout, you know? So, I mean, it's a little ridiculous seeing what's happened, you know, and of course, if my Uncle Leonard was alive, God rest his soul.
Oh, Lord, God bless his dad. And he would have made noise about it too.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like it hasn't just been me making noise. You know, you've had numerous people doing videos of the lack of AC, the lack of lights, the lack of, you know, running water, the lack of paper and toilet paper in the thing. You know, things that are very simple. You know, and it just seems that it goes unnoticed, or it goes by the wayside, which is sad. It seems like anything right now under this administration is thrown to the side. It doesn't matter what it is.
Anything with sentiment is thrown to the side, or urgency is thrown to the side, and
it's
then
thrown to the side. I mean, that's your point of entry. That's your port of entry. You know, people coming in, people leaving. That should be your, you know, that should have been one of the first things. It's just like our port over here in Abaco. You know, I hear that some people were up here today with the embassy are looking at our port, but what are they actually doing to repair the port besides, you know, maybe patching some holes and putting some lights and some cameras? What about a new warehouse? What about an administrative building? You know, nothing has come to fruition with that. And again, this was all promised under this administration that they would get to it, and it seems like nothing happens.
I get the feeling, and I don't want to sound cold when I say this, but I feel like Abaco should be playing, you know, Gino D in the background right now. You get Smig? Because some people, and I understand with the prior administration, that left a lot to be desired too, and left Abaco in a detriment. So I'm not, you know, taking sides, but at the same time, if you promised to improve something that was considered so horrible, and you've done nothing, left it up for the residents to get it to where it needs to be, like what it is, cut out the red tape and let them continue. Because last time I checked, Abaco was a huge contributor to the bottom line, and that's what's important to me.
Right. If it wasn't for the companies like Abaco Shipping and, you know, the Legacy, Dean Shipping, if it wasn't for Tropical, and there's a couple others. I know I might not call them all off, Champion Shipping. We wouldn't have what we have down at the port right now. Customs is still in a trailer, you know. They don't even have a proper office.
Right, and like I said, the sad thing is, Roscoe, the majority of the time we talk, it's the same thing. We're still waiting for something to happen. But I'm glad to know, like I said, that Abaco is doing it for themselves, making it happen.
Yeah, you know, so it's good. There are some positive things that are happening, but it's more from the private sector, not the government sector, you know, in that regards. So,
and any word on the cuts on local government? Are they gonna, you know, give you all fix the shortfall, or are they gonna revisit that, or that's just chopped up, sliced and diced?
Who knows what's going to happen with the new Local Government Act? You know, square footage of anything over 3,000 now has to go to Nassau for approval. You have Ministry of Works over here. You have Environmental Health. That should not happen. I can see if it's a resort or anything like that with a heads of agreement, or, you know, a specialty building or anything like that. So in other words, you're saying the people of Abaco cannot make a decision for themselves and now have, it's like it's more bureaucratic red tape, taking away from local government here and not so much empowering. I do like the fact that they're now giving, you know, some of the board members that sit on statutory boards a stipend, which is great. But are you increasing our budget to make up that stipend? You know, we haven't seen that. Now, this new Local Government Act, as you know, does not come into.
We got Roscoe, or we dropped Roscoe? You're on mute, Roscoe. Yeah, that happens over there in Abaco from time to time. He'll pop back in. And we got some of these texts in. Naughty, this administration didn't know the U.S. was doing a big-time drug investigation into the high-ranking police officers, and you want them to know about a reef and a barge? Come on.
Naughty.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, Roscoe. You good? You back in?
Yeah.
All right, let me just get this other text in right in the middle of it. Ryan Pinder at The Hague right now crying about what other nations doing to us and our environment. I wonder if when they make these speeches at these international venues, if people in the audience is be giggling. I guess the focal oil spill is still floating in rainwater. No, still floating in parts of Abaco, allegedly. So there you go. That's just some of the comments coming in. But Roscoe, I know we talk a lot about the good, the bad, and the ugly in Abaco, but a little bit of old school. We're the bridge that connects the old school to the new school. Did you feel like you woke up in 1984 the other day when you heard certain reports coming in, international reports, culture of corruption?
It reminds me of
like an episode of Miami Vice. Man, I was straight out the Penn era.
I mean, I don't know how much more we could say that. It seems like every scandal that we've had, that from, one of the police from a couple months ago, Johnson, to FTX, to whatever it may be, CC, the China group, with Baha Mar, and now with this indictment of high-ranking police and defense force officers. And it's like, what are we doing in our country? It seems like they're, and here's what gets me, Naughty. Do you remember when they brought in those vaccines, or the dog for the burial or whatever, when they,
yeah, boy. They
remember Dr. And, all respect, Dr. Sands resigned, right?
Correct.
Okay, when the issue came up with Turnquest, he stepped back. When the issue came up with Brent Simonet, he stepped back and resigned. When all this...
In all fairness, the MP for Abaco, when he was under the gun a couple months, he did resign also. I mean, he back to being a parliamentary, but he did resign. Before my phone blew up with my PLP friends around me for not mentioning him.
Right, but, my point being is, but here's this happening under your watch, the Minister of National Security, and nothing is being done. I mean, the recording last night that the COP put on, the chief of sham, it was disrespectful. It was disgusting. It was in poor taste to the Bahamian people. It's like he was covering up for the government. You know what?
I saw some finger pointing now.
You're there to do a job, and your job is, if it is to do with this administration, is to bring charges or to do. And his word was alleged. Well, my friend, I hate to say this on public air, and I will say this. It's not alleged. There are indictments.
When the Southern District of New York has you there's no allegations. There's charges. You're there. You're not going nowhere.
That's my point. Why are you sitting here trying to fluff and make it downplay it when you have blatant corruption? And I have not seen corruption like this in our police force since the 80s.
This is the 80s corruption on steroids in 2024. It's morphed.
It's just really frustrating, Naughty. I mean, it's like, but then a couple people did warn us what was going to happen with him as the COP.
That's a very slippery slope right there, too. And a lot of people called him for his resignation and the resignation of the Minister of National Security, Ray Monroe. And maybe they should resign until this is all resolved. And then obviously...
Until it's resolved.
Go ahead.
And hold on. Here's the best one. But then you're going to have the Attorney General investigate, is now the Attorney General going to investigate this? Well, that's a farce if he does, because is he going to go against his party?
Boy, I don't know. We've seen signs before that he's a party guy. He rolls with party line. He told that line.
Anything about FTX and the Sam Bankman? How how does Sam Bankman-Fried call Ryan Pinder or email him, and then money is missing out of FTX to pay Bahamians? How does that happen?
And the ironic thing, too, that, too, was in Southern District of New York.
Correct. So what is this doing for us as a country? And the black eye that it's giving us again,
And again, more international brand damage. And you'll have some PLP loyalists that swear it's not. Anyway, let me get to a couple of these texts. Good day, Naughty. We all are corrupt in any way or fashion. When we are going through customs, we lie to them and hide things from them. That's part of corruption. Bribing the police, that's corruption. Another issue, Fred Mitchell said there should be a law against whistleblowers. The commissioner of police said we would have whistleblowers legalized. And the prime minister gave us whistles to blow. All kind of whistles. And Mr. Mitchell got a problem with the blowing of the whistles. I don't know what his problem with whistles being blown. I mean, anyway, let me leave that. But nonetheless, why do you want to punish whistleblowers? Everywhere else in the world applauds and protects whistleblowers. Only in our warped society, and I have to say it in at times warped train of thought of our Minister of Foreign Affairs and the chairman of the PLP and the minister and MP for Fox Hill. He wants to punish whistleblowers. I don't get it.
It's like, let's just breed corruption. Let's just, not saying that all parties don't have some corruption in them. That's just a given, and it doesn't matter in any society, the U.S., England, wherever it is. But the corruption that we have seen in the past 3 years and the alleged things that have happened and the court cases and this and that, how much more does it need to be out there? And let me tell you something. People give Michael Pintard a hard time. You know what? That man is doing an excellent job keeping this administration's feet to the fire. When will this PLP administration answer questions in the House of Assembly on behalf of the loyal opposition? When? When will they do it? They have not done it in years. They are scared of the questions because when those questions come up, they are recorded.
All right, let's get to the phone lines real quick, Roscoe. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
What's happening?
Hey, Roscoe, what's going on in Albuquerque?
What's up, buddy?
Listen, I find it, this administration, the commissioner of police encouraging people to, to report corruption or report whatever they see. But didn't this administration pass some kind of act that if people report on certain government agencies, they can get penalized or punished?
Well, I don't know if an act was passed, but I've seen some people, for lack of a better word, victimized because of them taking a stance and being a whistleblower and doing the right thing.
This prime minister traveling all over the world promoting the environment. Every other week here in some part of the world, prime minister probably touched the four corners of the globe, not promoting the environment. But still, yet we have situations like in Albuquerque where this barge is clearly damaging the environment, and him, nor his minister of environment, seems to be doing anything about it.
And we've been talking about it for 8 months, caller. 8 months we've been on this show talking about it.
These barges and ships have IMO number, which you can track the vessel to the owner. You can also track them to the flag state or the flag country. You could therefore arrest the ship, and you could put these people in court to recoup the damages that was done to our environment. So again, how serious is the prime minister is about the environment that he's preaching on? This just shows another.
Me and Naughty said that months ago that they could put a lien against that company, clean it up, and then that company before they can do any other business has to pay that off.
No, not before they do any other business. Before they come in Bahamian waters.
Well, however the parameters are, they need to pay.
Whatever other asset they own, once it enters Bahamian waters, you could arrest their vessel, confiscate it, sell it to pay for our damage. So again, how serious is this government about our environment? How serious is the prime minister about our environment?
Well, I tell you, he sure flies off a lot on behalf of us and the environment. So you can't, his frequent flyer miles portfolio speaks records and volumes of his loyalty and dedication to the Bahamian people. when it comes to climate change and reparations. Because remember, you went to Samoa for me and for you, brother, and tracked down the king for our reparations. I don't know if Roscoe can get them, but me and you got a shot at it.
Well, it's this speech or his travels around the world about climate change or about the environment. Is it like the speech the commissioner of police put out last night? Just just fluff.
I thought some of the same speech writers that write for the PM wrote that speech for the COP.
No, this just another clear incident that this administration is serious. They don't take the Bahamas serious. They don't take the Bahamian people serious, and they don't take the things that they talk about.
I hope what I heard on the street, I hope they take the incoming election results serious.
Well, I'll hang up and continue to listen.
All right. Talking Heads.
Tony, what's up, man? St. Pete, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, St. Pete? Glad to know you alive and well, man. How you feeling?
I'm trying to stay warm, man. We're down in the 40s last night. You got to bundle up, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know you're a hobby man. Trump is your presidente now, so I know it's all good with you.
Regardless who president, I still got to earn my own, man. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Like, all this corruption and stuff, me and you old school. I'm a 60s child. Check this out. This stuff that's been going on a long time. Police used to shake us down back in the days, like when we used to be gambling through off these streets. And when we running, they take all our money and all that stuff. But this corruption stuff been going on a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, man. It's so sad they put a block. I mean, this stuff made the local news here in Tampa Bay area and all this stuff. But, it's so sad, man. I got to defend. People are saying it's like that. I say it's all over, man. Like in Jamaica and stuff, the police and the politicians, they bring in all the guns, But, well, like I said, what you do in the dark comes on the light. But those police officers and those defense officers, if they don't cut a deal with those ABC boys, they're going to spend a lot of time in jail. You dealing with a certain district of Manhattan, New York. If they indict you, they got evidence. Trust me.
Let them know, St. Pete. They don't play.
So, they don't play out there. Hey, they say like NASA, where you could buy people off and all that. Let me tell you something. They better cut a good deal with them ABC boys, or they'll they come out of jail. We'll be flying around and flying saucers.
All right, my brother.
So they better start singing like a canary.
I hear they got good canary food in the Southern District of New York, too. That's what I hear. But I'll hear back from you in the 5 o'clock, my brother.
Hey, all right, man. Y'all be good.
Thanks, St. Pete. Let me get to these other calls. Glad to know you well. Hit me back in the 5 o'clock. Talking Heads. All right, turn your radio down for me, please.
Yo, is there Naughty?
Hey, what's going on, Skilla?
Listen, I agree with my man right there. And some of your callers, they really something concerned, Because they just be carrying on like what happening now is something new.
I mean, you can sit down and tell them stories for days, Skilla.
Yes. So, listen, if they, like, Michael Bender, that's my cousin, right? And like I say, if you look at what the report was saying, they said that thing was happening. They said it was that investigation was a thing up from 2000.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 months of the F&M administration and then rolled over into this one.
I mean, in April, right? Say that's when they really get all that information.
April, May, June, July.
April,
May.
Right.
Actually, it's May. May on the records there, Skilla. So for records' sake, it's May. That's what the indictment says.
Right. So what I'm saying is, right, Naughty, these people need to just sum it on and let the people them what doing the investigation, finish the investigation, whoever rope come to end concerning the criminal activities they was partaking in, then we could, rejoice and do whatever you want to do. But right now, everybody blaming some people would I don't even believe involved in nothing, right? But at the end of the day, right, Ori, I listen to Roscoe, right, concerning Abaco. I feel a little concerned with him because he always saying about the negative things, but he he don't come on and say but the positive thing?
Because, Skilla, we've been here for 8 months talking about the barge. Is there anything positive about that? There's nothing positive about the barge being stuck on the reef, damaging the reef for 8 months. What thing's going on? Listen, I gotta get to the break, but what we could do?
I listen to one thing on what they advertising now with Abaco, and the people them like they
Skilla, what I asking you to do is call me back. Call me back after the break, and I can let Roscoe pick this up with you. We can go over for a little bit into the 5 o'clock because the phone line's blowing up. Callers, I get to you. Texts, I get to you. Roscoe, you good with that, obviously, right?
Okay, yeah, man. Okay.
And Roscoe, I'll retort to what you got to say here, that you know some of the positive.
That thing what they have in mind, that he ain't saying nothing but that.
No, we can talk about all of that and more in the 5 o'clock. The Cuban Willie's numerology report, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. We'll get into the news, and then we'll go over a little bit into the 5 o'clock. Finish chopping up with Roscoe and take some more of your calls. Get your text in. Good start to a week, man. Good stuff, y'all. A lot of y'all got, a lot of people got the same thing on their mind they want to talk about, and we will talk about it as Talking Heads continues. The Monday, December 2nd edition continues right after this.
Of old days stowed away, how many life them slay? Now them works just like them in them space. Why are yes, you are your crew can go too well. Cause after we know under you could only spell.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating more care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Bring flavor home for the holidays with a KFC Festive Feast. Create timeless memories with a $20 KFC Festive Bucket, brimming with 8 pieces of your favorite fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits, or decorate the dinner table with a mega Festive Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, 4 biscuits, a large corn and mashed potato duo with a side of gravy, and 4 of our new pumpkin dessert biscuits. Crunch the holidays however you want and let us do the dishes. KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
Man, understand more to where I got to get ready for the best of the best regatta coming to the Montague Four Shores from December 5th to December 8th. Join me in Bucktown for thrilling A, B, C, and E class races featuring the top sailors from around the Man, Ernestine, you want to see me talking?
I'm talking.
Anyway, also experience amazing Bahamian food and vibrant culture with the best delicious local dishes and live performances from the Bahamian top artists. And guess what? I can be there shaking a leg.
Shaking what leg?
Understand how shop?
All I do is win, no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Wepa, soy Joe Cuban Willie coming at you with my numerology report brought to you first by the Island Game. And today is Monday, so I got the 3-ball special for Joe. 007. Play it and win with the Island Game. Stay winning, my friend.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, the Cleveland Clinic, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Sound Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Got Babylon and the preacher could I never get me down. I know they tried to use me and abuse me. I leave them with the frown. The work goes for so long on them plantation, and me never get it. A gold they stole away. How many life them slay? Now them work just like them.
We're back at you on the Monday edition of Talking Heads. Roscoe, you still there?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get to these phone lines. All right, once we get to these phone calls, and then we'll wrap things up with you. Let's get to the calls. Talking Heads.
Yeah, we don't hate you. You're just naughty by nature.
Ghetto News Network. What's going on, GNN?
Let me tell you how far back this go naughty. You probably was even too small. I want to get 52 of them involved in this. You remember Gordicky?
Yeah, man.
Gordicky?
Yeah.
That was the first time they was trying to capture Finland and mail it them with the drug ring with the Colombians, Gordicky. And that was, and Melis, the Melis, who was instrumental in that, is still alive in Italy today. He had to leave the Bahamas. You remember Mr. 10%?
Mm-hmm.
Russell, you remember Mr. 10%?
Yeah, I heard them stories.
And Kendall Knowledge was was caught red-handed on the yacht making the deal, and he cost Dr. Laird Dubiensky her job, the charge d'affaires, the next day in the Bahamas. You remember Normanski? Okay, good. That's the second time they tried to grab Finland and his crew. And them. You remember the Laura Quinn? That company must be 14 duffel bag of coke and damage. Mm-hmm. I saw half of the coke was gone. Mm-hmm. Nobody was never.
A lot of people lost their lives over that too.
Exactly. You remember the 80-something Commission of Inquiry? When nothing come out, one person lost their job.
You remember the Mercedes-Benz and the $200,000 Mercedes-Benz?
Thank you very much. Okay, so these people around here got their head buried in the sand. We've been pirates from Columbus, leave here.
That's another episode of Miami Vice when we were younger, we grew up on watching.
Exactly. We are corrupt. You might as well face it. I don't care if it's FDM, PLP, or some of them say, I ain't getting yet, but we are corrupt nation, naughty. Let me let somebody else get it.
I heard what you try sliding it in, but I laughing too hard to answer back. We can talk later. Go ahead, Roscoe.
No, I just wanted to say, you remember last week I said it, from back in Wood Rogers' days before him, the Bahamas was a pirate nation.
Wood Rogers met under the palm tree, the pirate, the politician, the pastor, the police, everybody. Pirates. If you had a pea on your head, you're there.
Think of Prohibition and the bootlegging that the Bahamas did. I mean, come on. I'm not saying
that Roscoe
justifies.
Yeah, I know. Let's get this call and get off bootlegging. The Eastern Road is calling me and telling me don't talk about bootlegging right now, Naughty. Talking Heads.
Good evening, Naughty.
How are you, Sparky?
Now, the Naughty, because some people is calling and they be running on.
Sparky, now hold on. I have given you multiple moments, okay? So anyway, go ahead.
Sometimes you got to give Sparky, but they say Sparky takes long to tell his story.
Yes, you do.
Because his story is a long story.
Okay, Mr. Longman, go ahead. Hurry up.
But you understand what I'm saying? I heard the last caller. But there's other things. Remember one fellow was caught getting one what they call it, the envelope? The
manila envelope.
A poop deck up there on East Bay Street. Who ended up being a governor general and the envelope.
Boy, you put your envelope flat. I remember that story.
Hold on, I can call her name. Was full. He there and gone. No, he there. He said he had been a governor general. Was full with $100 bunch of birds delivered to him by poop deck right there up on East Main Street by Browns Boat Basin, the man that is up there.
Boy, I remember them stories, Sparky. You talking it.
Now let me tell you something. I can tell you something. You know how much from a private Bahamian yachts coming through Carl Harbor canals, park up, carry money and all kind of things home and everything home. Coming to Atlantis, right in there, coming to brown boat basins, and when these boats and things come into the harbor from wherever they come in, there's never no policeman, there's never no custom officer, there's never no immigration there when these boats just pull up. Because nobody I can tell you, I worked to plenty of them. When they come in the middle of the night, and I see people come up with the duffel bags, if you say something back in the day, you know what happened to you, right?
Anyhow, a necktie, but not from the Nassau shop, but not from Fine Threads. A different kind of necktie.
But Naughty, you lose your job. Your family can't find no job because guess what? The Prime Minister back in the day will make sure you and your family finish for life.
All right, Sparky, good stuff, man. We got to get to these other calls. And I got some other brother.
Hey, Naughty, I wanted to ask you what the gentleman.
Yeah, Skiller wanted to know. He said, I gotta wonder about Roscoe because Roscoe always talks about the negative in Grand Bahama, but he never talks about the positive. And there's a project that just not Grand Bahama, Abaco. My apologies. And he goes, he never talks about the positive that's going on. I just heard about a project going on down in Abaco, and he don't talk about that. So.
No, that's a lie. I've always brought up about construction. You have Montage Key that's kicked off in South Abaco. You have Treasure Key, which is still under the heads of agreement in the final purchase of that. I'm not, those I give credit. I say construction is good things, but in terms of what the government is doing and what they haven't done is my point. And if you want that, I can do a live video and post it on Facebook. The roads. No street lights in areas, no cat eyes on the roads. There's a lot of things, but I do say that construction is booming in regards to that. So when positive things come up, when we have the farmers market, so I got to call a little bit of bull on that because I do let the people know what's happening in Abaco, but in the government side, more negative than positive.
There you go. And I appreciate it.
The debris is still there, has not been cleaned up from the shantytown demolition.
No, Roscoe, stop it. Stop it, Roscoe.
How about that?
Anyhow, still got a long list to check off for the PLB ain't done in Abaco. And Roscoe does keep it positive as well when there is positive things to report. But unfortunately, for the last 2 years, 2.5 years, everything from Grand Bahama and Abaco has been the same. So
and
what's the common denominator there? What's the mitigating factor there?
And just to wrap it up, listen, what happened over the past week is a tragedy. Well, the last 3 years, but I will say recently, is a tragedy. There needs to be a commission of inquiry on a couple things, not just this incident, but the incident before FTX. The Bahamian people need answers. Give it to us. What are you hiding from the Bahamian public?
Yep. And I thought this was supposed to be a transparent and accountable administration. But Roscoe, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of the week in Abaco. I got to get to some of these texts and we'll get to the break and we got to get into sports. But I appreciate you as always.
Thank you again. Appreciate
and we'll do it again next Monday, man. Be safe.
My brother.
All right, be safe. All right, as I get to the break, man. Naughty, real Bahamians wanted a resignation from the COP and the MOS. Blah, 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 Naughty. That speech was bogus from the COP. A national address was not needed to say anything. When will Bahamian people get the resignation letters they want? What else we got? Naughty, tell St. Pete, lay low, Trump soon deport him. You all do stop. You all do keep going out of your... Naughty, PRP always mixed up in corruption. Corruption in the PRP is hand in hand. Boom. Naughty, the commissioner of police... Stop it. Stop it. Make sure you bet on the Buffalo Bills. It looks like the Bills will meet the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. All right, we'll talk about that in the sports. Mr. Davis is a flam, and the caller is right. Any whistleblowing about changes in the sovereign wealth is punishable. And the F&M sat along with it, so don't think they will be serious about change either. Hi, Nutty and Roscoe. The PM money trying to get money from these countries for climate change and now reparations to do what with? I would like to know. That caller skiller is obviously PLP. He calls every week when Roscoe is on and says the same thing. Great show. All right, let me make sure I got all the text. PM, please address the environment of corruption, then tackle others which he's not checking for. Anyway. All right, I think we got everybody, man. All right, we'll take a quick break. Marcel from Four Seasons Race Management is in the building. And we'll chop it up with Marcel in short order right after the break. And Pearlie will be fine, so keep it right where you got it. The Monday, December 2nd edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Never get me down. I know they try to use me and abuse me. I leave them with the frown. You burn a fire upon a weekend, Babylon and the free talk.
With fine style, with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. With fine style, with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles. Every week, John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, well. We burn a fire upon a weekend, Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me burn a fire upon a weekend, Babylon and the free talk could have never. They try to use me.
We're back at you on the Monday, December 2nd edition of Talking Heads. 5:20 p.m. is the time. And it's my pleasure to have back in studio Mr. Marcel Bob Major from Four Seasons Race Management. And boy, you got another big one coming up, Marcel. The 5K to Bay.
That's the doozy, the big boy.
Hold on, we was just talking about it. I seem like we was just talking about this last year.
Oh, and I saw fast time flying.
And you saw fast the year is gone?
Flying, waiting on nobody.
Junkanoo Jingle to Bay, the 5K. You got the adults with pets, which is $50. I always like it because you got your exercises like to carry the pets.
Indeed.
You got $45 for adults, $35 for children. And the route is awesome. Arawak Key through downtown Nassau, Rawson Square, turn around at Rubis East Bay by Commonwealth Bank, and return to Arawak Key. So it's kind of a fun run, too, as well.
It's a fun, festive run. And guess what's going to happen in Rawson Square, Naughty?
What you got?
Junkanoo.
Oh, Lord. I know you got your Junkanoo connections now.
You know as a Junkanoo man. So
there you go.
Junkanoo is going to be in Rawson Square, so you can't miss it. Can you imagine over 300 Santas coming at you on Saturday, the 14th of December, dressed in Santa
suits? And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. You get your Santa suit when you sign up. Your Santa suit will be provided.
When you sign up, we provide the Santa suits for you. We have Santa suits for everybody. It's almost like a one-size-fit-all. But we do have some kids, some infants or toddlers Santa suits as well. So if you want to bring your baby and put her in the push or him in the push.
There you go.
We even have Santa suits for them. It's a pet-friendly, as you mentioned, a pet-friendly event. And we have the antlers for your dogs. So
you got the antlers for your dog.
Yeah,
What about
man.
if you want antlers for yourself?
Well, we could provide them for you as well too if you need one or two of them.
All right. Now remember, you were supposed to work on something, and Pearlie's chimed in now too. Pearlie, and I thought you were supposed to handle this. You was chipping on mine, and Marcella's chipping on mine. I thought we were supposed to have the on the 5K debate.
This year you got to come in.
If my neighbor would come and see me and let me know what he want, I would be able to better do it, eh?
I can pass by you when I coming home, so I can make sure. But we need y'all in a golf cart, man. We need y'all. Remember last year you told me you can bring the Grinch. I waiting for that Grinch to come this year.
The Grinch could come, but the Grinch on crutches maybe this time because this Achilles about to go.
What?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. I keep your fingers crossed.
When they tell you agent number, the number, that's a lie.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. But listen, again though, what I like is the folks get the suit. So you can actually go if you run with a bunch of people, if you got a regular group of exercises and you run, come on out, put your Santa suits on. Get out there as an office crew and come out and just have a laugh.
And that's what we're encouraging groups. Anybody listening to me now, get with your co-workers. We are encouraging group registration. We have a special group rate for 10 or more persons in your office, at your church, in your organization. Give us a call, 804-8595, if you want to form a team and have a group. So, registration is on our website, .com. Again, it's December 14th. We provide the lightweight Santa suits for you. Junkanu's going to be in the square. Lots of surprises on the route. We're going to have raffles. I'd like to big up my co-race director, Candice Wish. She and I and my wife, we partnered together and from Tide Consulting, and we formed this wonderful festival event. Junkanu Jingle to Bay 5K. So guys.
I like it. And I mean, it's the second year, and I think it's going to be bigger and better. And listen, one thing I gotta thank you for is the medals are off the chain, bro.
Man, you see
and
these
I take
medals,
this home,
right?
and what I like is like you said, you can hang them on your Christmas tree.
It's almost like an ornament for your Christmas
Almost like
tree.
an ornament. When I show MJ this, I know this could be on entree for sure.
And once you cross the finish line, every participant who crossed the finish line.
And I like whoever designed it. I give them credit, man. I like the fact they got the cowbell in the medal's hand. It looks like a Santa Junkanua, the headdress, everything very authentic, very Bahamian.
And the bell is actually shaking in the hand. You see that? It's
there you go.
Ringing.
Collect.
It was designed by the JJ Debate team. My wife, myself, and Candice.
Good
put
stuff.
it together. And we've also, Naughty, what we do is we also have a charity component to all of our events.
That's right.
And this year is no different. Last year, we gave part proceeds of our funds to the Legacy Church Youth Choir,
Correct.
our youth department. And this year, we are excited and we're very pleased to be offering part proceeds of our funds to the Bahamas National Children's Choir.
There you go.
And guess what? They're going to be performing on the route, Naughty.
There you go.
You can't miss it.
So you can add them in and just throw a little bit of entertainment value to the event as well.
On the route, so you can't
Good
miss
stuff,
it.
but I applaud you supporting the National Youth Choir.
Yes, sir.
They definitely, are a entity that sometimes gets forgotten, but they do great work and they have, great presentations. And that was a big thing for us growing up.
Yeah, man.
That was something I was told by Miss Malcolm and Zarvis you could never do. Singing that choir, you could introduce that choir.
Yeah.
You could welcome that choir on. You could welcome that choir off. But you ain't gonna never sing, and I became the man who I am on the mic because I can't sing. If you can't sing, report about it.
So you was on
Introduce
telling
it.
jokes.
There you go.
Yeah. But Naughty, we've also last year was we invited some of the children from one of the local children's
Correct.
homes.
I remember that.
And boy, that was exciting for them. They really enjoyed that.
And are we doing it again this year?
Of course we are.
Good
This
stuff.
time we chose another local children's home. This time they're sending 29 of their children. And we'd like to send a shout out to Quality Home Center, who has agreed, also Doctors Hospital, who has agreed to provide gifts and special Christmas wish list for these 29 children.
Awesome.
So what's going to happen, my wife and I, we're going to play Santa and Mrs. Claus, and we're going to be giving those children the special awards graciously and thankfully donated by Quality Home Center and Doctors Hospital.
All right, good stuff, man. I know you're on Thursday again to chop it up with Purdy, and then we'll do it again next week before the event.
Appreciate it, man.
As always, man, glad to have you. Always a pleasure.
So,
mi casa es tu casa.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I just want to shout out to our sponsors now.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Do that.
So we got our sponsors, which is Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board. You got Duncan. We got ZNS. Thank you, ZNS. We got Thompson Trading, Healthwise. They're going to be providing the health screening at the event in Nassau Garden. We're very appreciative of you for all of our events. Caribbean Bottling, Radio House, Nassau Agency Limited, BWA, Alpha Sounds, Quality Home Center, and Electronic Media. So thank you to our sponsors. Of course, without the sponsors, events like this cannot be done. So thank you very much, sponsors and participants and volunteers.
There you go. All right, here we go. We'll take the break now. On the flip side of the break, we'll get caught up with Purdy. We'll talk some NBA. We'll talk some NFL. We'll get some picks for the night. And like I said, we appreciate Marcel stopping by. He'll be in on Thursday again to get caught up. So if you missed anything, you caught the tail end of the day, he'll be back to refresh you on Thursday. But it's the, the 5K to Bay.
Yes, sir. December 14th. Don't
there
miss
you go.
it.
Get your Santa suit together.
Indeed. Thank you very much for having us.
No problem, man.
Thank you. All right.
Appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you too, my brother.
You know, it's the chip and arm thing, man. You ain't got nothing to worry about. We got you covered.
We do this. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We know, Purdy.
See you Thursday, Burley.
There you go. Flip side of the break, we'll be right back here on Talking Heads. The Monday, December 2nd edition continues right after this.
Cause after we know under you colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey, and all those books you stole away.
The wait is over. That safe, guaranteed investment opportunity that you've been waiting for has finally arrived. My name is Bond, the Bahamas Government Savings Bond. And as of Thursday, November the 21st, all Bahamians, for as little as $100, can begin to save for their future. The investment rates are fixed and guaranteed with terms for 1 to 6 years, so you can't lose. Mark it down. Thursday, November the 21st. Get your Bahamas Government Savings Bonds. Check out the Central Bank of the Bahamas website for more details.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Bring flavor home for the holidays with a KFC Festive Feast. Create timeless memories with a $20 KFC Festive Bucket, brimming with 8 pieces of your favorite fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits, or decorate the dinner table with a mega Festive Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, 4 biscuits, a large corn and mashed potato duo, and 4 of our new pumpkin dessert biscuits. Crunch the holidays however you want and let us do the dishes. KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Are you dreaming of an EV? Now is the time. Easy Car Sales is offering unbelievable deals on 2024 models with end-of-year discounts. Plus, quick and simple in-house financing makes it easy for everyone to go electric. Take a test drive and experience the thrill today at EV City on Abundant Life or Gladstone Road. Step into a smarter, more affordable drive with Easy Car Sales, your trusted EV and warranty provider since 2016.
Man, and see more to where I got to get ready for the best of the best regatta coming to the Montague Four Shores from December 5th to December 8th. Join me in Bucktown for thrilling A, B, C, and E class races featuring the top sailors from around the Man, Ernestine, you want to see me talking?
I'm talking.
Anyway, also experience amazing Bahamian food and vibrant culture with the best delicious local dishes and live performances from the Bahamian top artists. And guess what? I can be there shaking a leg.
Shaking what leg?
And it's staying her shop.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, well. We burn a fire, man, and we got Babylon and the free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to abuse me, I leave them with a frown. Me burn a fire, man, and we got Babylon and the free talk.
We're back at ya on the Monday, December 2nd edition of Talking Heads. 5:32 p.m. is the time on this Monday edition. Purdy, what's good, man?
Boy, I don't know. Interesting day of football yesterday. No upsets. All the favorites should have won, and I think they did.
Yeah, and CMC out 6 weeks.
Yeah, I see the 49ers injuries killing them. They got a lot of injuries.
They need the tank right now.
Kind of felt for them yesterday.
Taysom Hill out for the season. In New Orleans. And Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley lead Pro Bowl votes so far.
I see that. Lamar Jackson said his mommy cuss him out. Say he holding up on the ball too much. Too many lanes he can take and run. He need to run more.
Brother, that's what I care about. With the fantasy season approaching the playoffs and having Lamar and two teams playoff bound, I need him to do that over the next couple of weeks, brother.
Man, I made a boo-boo. I go and start Baker Mayfield over Tua. Hey, paid for that.
Yeah, that's all in your belly.
I know. Paid for that.
I got to talk to you on Wednesday or Friday about that. But I can leave that one alone. But your Dolphins ended up dropping one. And I really thought they were actually going to do a thing. But unfortunately, too much, too little, too late.
I mean, your hated sports analyst Stephen A. Smith talks to Bob and myself and said we've lost the last 12 games in 40 or below weather.
Stephen A. to me sometimes.
Say we too soft.
He too soft sometimes.
He just right.
Yeah.
We're too soft. We're soft. We're soft.
You just can't play in the cold. That's the problem. I told you fish sticks, and I hate to say it, I thought it was going to be different with Tua. Tua was playing in the cold, but some other people was folding up.
Say it again.
Tua was playing in the cold. Other people were folding up.
We had no blocking at all. The defense couldn't stop them. You couldn't cover nobody. You couldn't hold the corners. I mean, we lost everybody. We playing third string corners, and Storm Duck look like he don't need him and Cam Smith they need to get cut. They don't even need to be in the NFL no more.
Pearly, I have a phone call here. I have a stinking suspicion it's Mystery Dolphin. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Yeah, brothers. No, this ain't Mystery.
Oh, it's Muff.
Good.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's the Muff.
What happened? Our O-line didn't weigh the crap that night, too, man. Our O-line ain't do nothing. And, because they was in about, and the cold, probably the cold. But Naughty, I think just for the Bears coach he need to get, man.
But you got to look at one thing now. Other than this year, Justin Tucker has been a great kicker.
He came in as the all-time leading field goal leader in NFL history.
Something mentally is wrong. Kicking is a mental thing. When you see kickers missing like that, it's something mental.
Buddy, Muff, I don't have nothing to worry about in Dallas. We got a kicker by the name of Brandon Aubrey. We can re-sign him. We good to go, brother. We ain't going nowhere. And we good.
He can kick from 70. He can kick from 70. He got a strong foot.
Call you, boy, because that's 8 straight now. You tell him call you back in 2 weeks. Well, that's 8 straight. He's on call, bread running up his mouth.
Who's 8 straight?
The Eagles. Philadelphia.
So?
Yeah.
And we know what happens to Philadelphia, man.
In the Super Bowl. Yeah, we see what. Yeah.
And prior to.
They had that lead until Hurts gonna fumble the ball. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, but, I can be honest with you.
That's 7 straight for the Bills.
But the thing about it is, the Eagles could have very easily lost that game if Jason Tucker makes some of them field goals.
That's 7 points. Yep. That's 7 points he missed.
Real?
Extra point.
No, 9. He missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
3 field goals and an extra point. He was responsible for 10.
Yeah. Well, so they get to win that game for true.
For sure. But that's how the cookie crumbles in the NFL.
Yeah, and like Burley, I telling you Thanksgiving Day, boy. The coach, bad time management, boy, with the Chicago, boy. I know what he's dealing with, boy. And you only need 3 points.
Eberflus? Eberflus, boy, I don't know. That was Matt Eberflus. That was a horrible call. That was horrible clock management.
You want to see what Tampa Bay do yesterday? Tampa Bay managed their clock good and then gone into overtime and then win the game.
That's if you have a good coach.
Yeah, that's when you have a good coach. But anyway, I know I with this. I go with Miami over Boston tonight, and I go with the Timberwolves over the Lakers tonight. That's my picks.
All right.
The money line. All right, gentlemen.
We can talk soon, Muff. Be safe. All right, bless. Talking heads. Talking heads.
Yeah, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, Skilla?
Naughty. You all was into it just now when you all talk about think of them could have won that game, though.
Baltimore could have easily won that game if Tucker does what he's supposed to do, hit an extra point and 3 field goals, considering who he is in the hierarchy. That was a game that could have easily been won by the Ravens.
Even if he did it, them 3 field goals, they couldn't win. You want to know what the score was?
What the score was?
You want to watch the game?
Skilla, what the score was? Tell me the score. I'm waiting for you to tell me the score. I'm waiting for you to tell me the score. What was the score?
Okay, let me put it like this. Baltimore had what? 12 points?
No.
How much points
Baltimore ended up with 19 points.
Right, 19, right.
24-19. And you added 10 points to the mix.
24 to 19?
It was 24-19, brother.
I think I'm at 34.
I thought. Put it down. You Sylvester. Eagles 24, Ravens 19. So now.
Oh, no. That's the wrong game I'm looking at. I thought it was the 49ers.
Skilla, go and sin no more, man. The 49ers had a chance. They was frozen.
I remember it's the 49ers would have the 12 points. And they had the 12 points?
Yeah.
Right, that's who it was. I thought it was, that's my bad. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now, yeah. But, Naughty, your boy going on vacation, eh?
Oh.
Saw your boy.
No, he'll be here on Friday.
Eric was on the show with me Friday.
Eric was on the show Friday gone, and listen.
He was on the show Friday?
Eric was on the show Friday.
Not that show. You forget when I called in and asked you
He was on a short time. He came on very late.
What the score was, 40-something to 12?
He picked the 49ers to lose.
Huh?
He said the 49ers would lose.
Yeah, and then they come back and get beat yesterday. That was
too many injuries. Whole thing hurt.
To 12.
But Skilla, the Dolphins lost, so your little streak got broken.
Buddy, you see the first play of the game? Where Buddy going, eh?
He might have dropped.
He fumbled the punt. When Washington fumbled the punt. Yeah, I saw
you
it.
see the first play of the game, the fumble with the fella on the kick return.
On the punt, yes, on the punt.
Everything out of them fellas. Out of that defense. Because they didn't get the 3-0. And then they go fumble the ball. But anyhow, we still get 5 more games. So we can see how things go moving forward.
The only way Miami can make the playoffs.
I can tune in.
Miami. The only chance Miami got is they have to win the 5 games and hope for some things to happen. But so don't build your hopes up too high.
Let's get to the other call. Talking heads.
What's going on, Naughty and Pearly?
Hey, what's happening, Mystery?
Everything good.
Hey,
Naughty, that fella look like you, boy.
Oh.
Your son.
Oh, yeah. You mean Stat Boy?
Man, he look like you. Wow.
And then, he tell me when he put off, he said, man, that dude looks like how Mystery Dolphin sounds. Yeah, man. But yeah, he does look like me. But my youngest look just like his mommy, look just like MJ. So be blessed.
So I didn't have an opportunity to chime in on Friday after y'all beat the Dead Giants on Thursday,
Which I didn't want us to do. I wanted us to lose.
Yeah, even I didn't hear you bragging.
Because I wanted us to lose.
Okay.
I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with mediocre wins. I'm not happy with finishing 8-8 and the team's draft pick. I want to finish 3-14 or 4-13 and get me a top 5 pick.
And not only that, it was a no-name team. Y'all ain't beat a winning team with a winning record yet.
Yeah, the week before we beat the Washington Redskins, and they have a winning record. So you're wrong in that regard. But I always correct you.
They was off.
But they have a winning record, so your theory is null and void.
All right, I'll give you that one.
There you go.
Hey, Pearly.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
You tell me.
Don't feel bad, man.
I don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
This is the way I called it from the beginning of the season, all right? I called it this way with us, okay?
I don't have a problem with the way you calling it, but you putting the blame on the wrong player. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Tua still got to go, Mystery? You still think it's Tua's fault?
He needs to get lost.
So, and for who?
Tua needs to get lost.
Mystery, for who? So what you telling me is you're prepared to start all over again?
Win. You could go there and play for us, we'll win.
You prepared to start all over again then?
I don't mind. Just get rid of Tua. I don't mind.
No.
Let's start all over.
No. And you know how many teams are there that would love to have Tua right now?
Cam Ward could be a good replacement for the Miami Dolphins if they were up high enough.
Who?
Cam Ward, the current quarterback for the University of Miami Hurricanes.
Oh.
Their problem is they can't stop nobody. He's scoring 38 points and still getting beat 42 to 30.
Yeah, boy, that defense is a sieve.
I mean, who they losing to is a bunch of crap. They're losing to teams that even in rank, and they're giving up 40 points to them.
Pearly, you see that tackle that boy put on Derrick Henry last night?
Which one?
Yeah.
That was a good
Derrick
one.
Henry was airborne. That was what?
But
All
yeah,
right, y'all
it was
have
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
I appreciate you chiming in, my brother, and I'm sure we'll hear from you again. Talking heads. All right. So, Purdy, we got to get to these picks, man.
All right.
And, the Island game, always reminds you to play responsibly. And also, it's still all about the NFL takedown. They got two big drawings coming up. The first the next one coming up is November. All right, for November. That's $5,000 up for grabs. And
I thought
then
they already picked because I didn't get a phone call. So I figured they already picked that.
I should find out the winner by tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I trust you wouldn't know who the winner if they'd called me.
And then, obviously, we know that they still have the takedown promotion going on, the grand prize, and all expense paid trip to the Super Bowl in New Orleans for two. And here's the deal. All you have to do is log on to theislandgame.com, sign up with their sportsbook, get on a verified account. They're going to give you some bonus bucks once you get verified. Make a single game bet of $20 or more or a parlay bet of $20 or more, and you're registered for the grand drawing in December. All right, all expense paid trip to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, right after the Super Bowl, we got March Madness, we got the NBA, baseball returns, hockey's going on. So there's a tons of things to do with the Island Game Sportsbook. And they always remind you to play responsibly. All right, so we got to get to the picks. We got a couple of calls, too. Let's get to these calls real quick. Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on?
Boy, radio boy. I hear that fella talking about what? Miami could beat Boston. Boston lose a close one last night.
Yeah.
They're supposed to lose.
To what you call it? To Cleveland.
To Cleveland.
Correct.
Yeah, and then Boston was up in that game. The two of their stars was in there. So you know they ain't gonna play around on Miami tonight. And the fellows come Pritchard, boy, he playing good. Yeah. The other gentleman talking about Tua, the Miami quarterback. Yeah. Tell him we'll give Richardson to Miami and we'll take Tua. The Colts will take him.
I know you do. I know. I tell him plenty teams will take Tua.
We'll take him because he awkward with his throw. The Colts got being problem with the quarterback. Only thing he may could do a little rush, but he awkward with his throw, man. So he's go 27 times when he connect, 10 times and things. But Tua's connect, man. Boy, what if we get him? With the team what we got, that'll be good, man. But anyhow.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you chiming in, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, Purdy, let's get to it, man. We got to get to these picks. Then we got to get a quick break. What time are you looking at, Mr. Producer? Let me know. But yeah, we got a couple of things we could look at tonight. You got the NBA for sure. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 big games. In addition to that, you got the NFL game tonight as well, too. The Browns and the Broncos. So we could do all of those games. As a matter of fact.
Your girlfriend went off the other night.
Who's my girlfriend?
Juju.
Oh. Now, you mean in college basketball, my favorite female player, Juju Watkins.
Yes. I mean, Juju Watkins.
I sure know heavy crush like you and Angel Reese, my brother.
Yes. She went off. I think she's on 30 or 40 points.
As long as I got MJ, I'm good. I'm straight. But I do say that Juju Watkins is And I've been allowed by MJ to say that is my college player, future WNBA player as well too. Because Juju is, how much she had the other night? 28?
No, I think she had was it 32?
But last I heard it was 28. But USC is going to be a powerhouse in women's basketball this year.
Yes.
I always wonder why certain people just come and hear it up, and certain people are here, but when I hear they don't never come. They never hear, they never stop by. I could be on a respirator, sucking out of a pipe for wind, but no hail. But boy, some people come and hail me up, boy, every day when MJB run. Wow.
Anybody I know?
The boss.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see what I say? Anyway. Juju, I think, is going to be impressive in college basketball this year and in her future in the WNBA. You know who else is quietly going to, I think, bust on the scene now that she's behind injury at UConn is Paige Brockers.
Who's that?
Paige. I think Paige Brockers is going to do some things at UConn.
Yeah.
Now that she's
she's back from injury now, right?
Right. She's come through that. Remember, she played through post-year. But she's got her legs under this year. UConn's going to be an exciting squad to watch again this year. South Carolina too with Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley's deep. But Brockers is another, she looked like old girl from Indiana, man.
Yeah, she does.
But she's a good shooter too. So she's another one that I think will fit the Ionesco mode who came out at UConn and shoot the three ball well. She might be a good replacement for Taurasi over there in Phoenix because Taurasi getting kind of long in the tooth.
Yeah, that was 34 points Juju put up the other night.
Impressive. All right.
I mean, impressive. Very impressive.
Let's check out the games. Tonight, you got the Miami Heat against the Boston Celtics. Give me the Heat with the 9.5. Celtics may win, but I don't think they beat the Heat by 9.5.
I'll ride with you.
Pelicans +9 against the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think the Hawks beat the Pelicans by 9. I'll take the Pelicans in the 9 points.
I'll take them too.
The Brooklyn Nets. I think I like all the dogs tonight. The Brooklyn Nets +7.5 against the Chicago Bulls. Give me the Brooklyn Nets with 7.5.
Give me the brick. Give me the. You know what? Yeah, give me the Nets.
And guess what? Give me our stinking dirty Lakers with the 7.5 against the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves beat us maybe at home in Minnesota, but not by 7.5.
I'm going to take Minnesota in the points tonight.
There you have it. All right, let's check out the Monday Night Football game. Cleveland +6.5 against Denver.
I'll take Denver the points tonight as well.
What's the weather in Denver? What's the weather look like? Let me see if I can pull that up. Because if it's snowing in Denver, then I take Denver with the 6.5. If it's not snowing, then I might take Cleveland +6. 51 degrees, sunny, no snow. Give me plus the 6.5.
Okay. All right. Let's see who does it.
All right. And I think that'll be that. We'll take the quick break. Flip side of the break, we got Rich Eisen taking us home today. And for 49er fans, should the Niners tank? Rich Eisen says no. Other people say maybe they should tank and get some other pieces and they do a good job drafting. Similar to what I say the Cowboys should do.
They don't need to tank. They ain't got no choice. They finished. They got too many injuries.
I think they just need to play out the schedule and I think they're playing second and third stringers now. Just bench your starters. Don't bring Purdy back. Let it ride out the way it's riding out. They should be all right. And give them a chance to retool. All right, Purdy, you're in tomorrow and on Thursday, so I know you'll hold it down tomorrow. I'll be back in on Wednesday with MJ. Thursday is Pearly, and Friday week in review with me and MJ and the whole crew. So, yeah, busy week right here on Talking Heads, and we'll do it again. Pearly got you tomorrow, man. Be good, Bahamas. Everybody who chimed in, great stuff. Be good, and if you can't be good at it. And we'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads.
And all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your customers, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch, conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy.
Here's an actual interesting part of this dynamic that is playing out. Is the division's still there? Last night truly stunk, because that game, I understand there's snow and Kurt Warner hates the snow games, and Chris Brockman, interestingly enough, let's call it the snow game instead of the tuck rule game, posited
Look how miserable that dude is.
Overreaction Monday that every game should have a dome on top of it and it should be indoors and whatever. And, so that said, and that Niner fan looked miserable sitting in the snowbanks atop the chairs that had several inches of snow on it because of, 40 inches of lake effect snow hit Western New York prior to that game, and then it was snowing during it. The Niners are supposed to be best equipped to win games like that because, don't forget, when everybody was trolling on the MVP Rodgers, Packers, LaFleur years, they were the team losing to the Packers. They were the team losing to the Niners in those situations in Lambeau Field. Niners went into Lambeau Field and knocked them out in the snow because they had Deebo Samuel that hit you in the mouth. And they had Kittle to hit you in the mouth. And they had Jimmy G throwing the football when he needed to. And they had the run game and the run fits and the offense to do it. And last night, they were doing it with McCaffrey in the snow. And then all of a sudden he slides down. I thought his Achilles gave way. They're saying it's a PCL knee injury that could cost him the rest of the season.
Well, the unfortunate part about that play, other than the injury, obviously, he was going to score a touchdown. He was gone and then got shoestringed and then landed hard on the knee. And that's what the injury took.
And then he wound up sliding down.
Yeah, he tried
a couple snaps later. It was all over.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
And when McCaffrey goes down and out again, and Bosa's not on the field, and they still haven't gotten Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw back. And as Mike Tirico said at one point during the broadcast, for the Niners, only 3 starters in Buffalo Sunday night were starters in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl for the Niners last February. They're missing 8 starters on defense. And Ayuk's gone for the season, and now McCaffrey's gone for the season, and you're sitting here wondering, is it the Niners season? That's the question you're beginning to wonder. Maybe it's just the good news is, though, the division isn't lost. The problem is who's coming back to be healthy for you. And your next game is home against Chicago. They got interims all over the place. Okay. And then you've got your division game on a Thursday night short week against the Rams, who've got the Bills coming in this week. And then you're at Miami. And then you got Detroit on a Monday night, which is truly the one that's on the schedule that just jumps out at you saying you're in deep trouble there, before they visit Arizona. What do you win? You got to win the last 5, one would think. And if not 4 out of 5, the one that you can afford to lose would be the one at Miami because it doesn't count against you in any sort of conference standings should they have to come home to roost. And another reason why you can't tank over the last 5 games, too, is you got to make a decision on Brock Purdy in 5 games. And I know that it's a third rail subject matter with Niner fans when you talk about their quarterback. You remember all the Trey Lance stands that came out of the woodwork? Mr. Reading the YouTube comments knows over there in the right corner of this studio.
Factual.
But he's got to show something over the last 5 games here. If he wants to have something that starts with a 5 or a 6, I'll be straight up with you. And if he wants it from the 49ers. Because if there's any organization that would look at the quarterback position and say, hey, man, Mr. Irrelevant, you are awesome. You are the most relevant Mr. Irrelevant. And you took us to places that made us make decisions too. But now we got to make it to the tune of generational enrichment and salary cap busting. And if he doesn't show something over the last few games, there'll be a conversation. Now, they may keep him, and they do believe in him, and he's got an incredible ability to win football games. And you can't lay the injury problems at his feet. But I'm just wondering if they need to see something from him rather than going draft, free agent, trade. I don't know. Get Sam Darnold back.
Now you're talking.
I'm not like, hey, you look at the top of the division. They got a guy who's not making the 50, 60 million bucks who had a couple stops, and Geno Smith might win this division. And so crazier things like, hey, Brock, we're not going to pay you 50, 60. And there's Sam Darnold out there when the Vikings might move on from him because they've moved on to someone else.
Geno might be available too.
I'm just throwing crazier things have happened in the NFL. So the idea of the Niners tanking, that's not happening. They can win the division, and they need to see something from Purdy. I really believe it. I really believe it. They don't need to see what they have in Brandon Allen. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.
Fire, we got Babylon and the free talk.